Well, you know, leaving home for college is never easy. You're starting a new beginning. For parents, letting go can be difficult. In today's Monday Motivation, let them soar, guiding graduates without grounding their dreams. And perfect timing to bring in our resident transformation motivation coach, Carol Mendoza. So, Carol, this is definitely a big time for our high school seniors. Graduation season, many parents are watching, wondering the next step their kids will take. And let's be honest about this. I mean, I'm the mom of a 23-year-old, and I really understand what parents are going through right now. They're trying to figure out where they're going, and parents are trying to guide their kids, and we're hoping that they'll do that without clipping their wings.
I know exactly what you're saying. I hear you. And I think that's the perfect image, you know, clipping their wings. It's natural to want to protect your children. It's totally natural. But sometimes when we're trying to protect them, we're actually redirecting our own fears. And that can stop them from stepping out and taking that chance and becoming who they were meant to be. I think we as parents, we have to remember that it's not our launch and it's not our time to do a do-over, right?
Yes, I understand exactly what you're saying. So what about the student who says to their parent, oh, I think I want to become a skydiving instructor in a whole nother country?
Well, after you catch your breath, right, I think the best thing you can say is, tell me more about that.
Of course, yes.
I think what we naturally are going to go to is you know you'll never make a living doing that. That's not a good idea. But I think we need to ask questions like, tell me what's drawing you towards that. What's the reasoning behind this? What's your why? What do you want to do? Because that opens up the dialogue, and the parent is actually coming from a place of curiosity instead of criticism. And I think that's super important.
What about the ones who say, well, I'm really not sure, I don't know what I want to do? Mm-hmm. That can make parents even more nervous.
Yeah, because adults have that same problem, right?
Of course.
I don't know what I want to do.
From time to time, yes.
We're still figuring it out. I think the goal is not to pressure them into having that 5-year plan. It's more about helping them to develop their decision-making muscles in a way, right? Asking them questions. Again, question before suggestion. What lights you up when you talk about it? What problems do you want to solve in the world? Who do you want to become? Not just, what do you want to do? I think that's important.
As we wrap up, Carol, I want to ask you one last question. What about those young people who have this idea that's so far out of norm? We have about 10 seconds to answer this one.
Well, I was actually at the Mighty Eighth just recently, and I can't think of her name, but there was a pilot, a WASP pilot, and she said, my mother always said to me, you can be and do anything you want. And that encouraged her at that time to go on and become a pilot. So I think that's going to stick with me.
Yeah. Soar, be great, follow your dreams. Listen, everybody, you can always catch our Monday Motivation previous segments by going to wsav.com/Monday Motivation. Thanks, Carol.
You're welcome.